friends, welcome back in channel Sidekicker. In this video I'm going to talk about the which phone is best option to buy for the Battlegrounds mobile game below 20,000 rupees. And this is a question which I'm getting from a lot of subscribers asking me to make a video. So particularly in this kind of range below 20,000, let's see which phone is actually makes a lot of sense to buy right now to invest money below 20,000. And if you're a heavy gamer, only then this applies. If you're a hardcore gamer looking for the perfect gaming phone, if you don't want to compromise at all regarding the performance, so that's what this video is about, below 20,000. So one thing is pretty common. So below 20,000 there is no smartphone to play at 90 fps. So not any smartphone supports by default 90 fps, but at least you should be able to play at 60 fps. So you should know which phones are actually supporting with the smooth and extreme settings. So which type of process they do actually support. That's what you should know before actually you decide to buy and spend this much of money on a smartphone. So right now in this kind of range, in the Snapdragon process, only few Snapdragon processors are supporting. One is a Snapdragon 860 processor from the Poco X3 Pro device, which actually makes a lot of sense to invest money on this Poco X3 Pro product. So right now in the Poco X3 Pro, I think during the Flipkart Big Billion Day sale, the price of this Poco X3 Pro will be come down to 16,999 rupees. As you can, 16,999, which has been listed for the Big Billion Day sale. As you can clearly see, even 16,999 rupees. So if you use the bank discount cards and everything, then you can get even further discount on this Poco X3 Pro device. And another good thing is that in the Poco X3 Pro, we do have the different custom ROMs, and you can actually install them if you want to get 90 fps, or if you want to use config file or GFX tool, maybe you can definitely do that, but still I would not recommend you to do. But this phone was able to play 60 fps consistently without any kind of issues. So for the past few months I've been using this Poco X3 Pro device, and not even once this disappointed me in terms of the performance levels regarding the gaming. Gameplay was absolutely really good. So 120 refresh rate you are getting in this point, and you do get the 60 fps support. Not only that, you do get the floating fps meter as well, which is present in this phone, which is really good, important for the gamers most of the time. So right now I'm trying to use the config file to play at 90 fps as well, so which even phone was able to support consistently without any kind of issues. That's a good thing about this Poco X3 Pro device. There is other phone which is the iQOO Z3, which also supports the 60 fps, which is a Snapdragon 768G processor. So it's a Snapdragon 768G. And one more thing, Dimensity 800U doesn't support any kind of 60 fps. Still, it did not get updated with the Dimensity 800U. So that's out of the league. So right now the iQOO Z3 has got the Snapdragon 768G, which also, as I said, supports the 60 fps gameplay. If you want, you can select even that iQOO Z3, but you will get 100 benchmark scores for about, I think, close to 5 lakhs. I think not 5 lakhs, 4 lakhs 30,000. But the Snapdragon 860 is kind of really beast in terms of the performance wise. In this segment, that's what I'll definitely advise you to first prefer the Snapdragon 860, which is a Poco X3 Pro device. Then you can prefer the another phones. So here's the iQOO Z3 which I'm trying to use. So which has got the Snapdragon 768G processor. And let me show you. And which supports the smooth and extreme settings by default. So you will be able to play at 60 fps. This is another processor which is Snapdragon 768G, available right now below 20,000 rupees range if you're looking to buy and play the Battlegrounds mobile game. But performance levels you will definitely get in the Snapdragon 860, not in the Snapdragon 768G. This is more capable of performing than the Snapdragon 768G processor. That's what I did like in this Poco X3 Pro device. Alright friends, in my opinion, definitely I would say the Poco X3 Pro is really makes a lot of sense to buy at this moment. And right now, as you can see, it was able to handle the 90 fps as well consistently without any kind of much frame drops. You can see here overall. So even this gives really very tough competition with the other Snapdragon and Dimensity processors as well. So it's very rare to get this kind of Snapdragon 860 for this kind of 16,999. So 17,000 rupees, friends, you are getting this Snapdragon 860 processor. That's what makes this Poco X3 Pro the clear winner if you're planning to buy the phone to play the Battlegrounds mobile game. This makes a lot of sense to buy right now. And not only that, you do get the touch sampling rate is of up to 240 Hz touch sampling rate. That's also present in the Poco X3 Pro device. That also adds another advantage for the Poco X3 Pro in terms of the touch sampling rate. So 120 Hz refresh rate and 240 Hz touch sampling rate, and which is also really biggest advantage in this phone, obviously. So in the battery backup also you need to take care. And only one thing about the connectivity, not 5G supported at this moment. Only that's the one thing which is stopping few users to buy as a future-proof option. So you need to even remember those kind of things before you buy and invest this money on this Poco X3 Pro device. So make sure to check out my playlist which I created for the Poco X3 Pro device. You can find the playlist which I created recently, and all these videos will definitely help you to decide whether to buy the Poco X3 Pro or not. That will definitely confirm you the final result. Is it worth it to invest this money on this device or not? So stay tuned for more updates when definitely I'm ready to do a lot of videos on this Poco X3 Pro in the next couple of days reviewing on this device. And in this way, I'll be able to give the quick thoughts and ideas about the Poco X3 Pro as well. Is it worth it to buy this Poco X3 Pro or not? And that's it, friends. Thank you for watching this video. This is the final winner which I thought of declaring in this kind of category, which is a below 20,000 range, which is a clear winner. And see you in the next video, and let's straight more updates. In case if you have any other queries, let me know in the comment section below. And meanwhile, signing off and bye. And one more final thing, you can quickly take a look at the FPS drop, how much it's happening. It's not happening that much in terms of FPS drops. It's always maintaining 90 and 89 consistently. If you're playing the TDM, it's not any kind of issues regarding the teamlet matches when you're trying to play in this phone. So that's it, friends. It's a quick solution which I thought of giving a lot of other users and feedback as well. Below 20,000, this is the only one and only phone which can handle 90 FPS this smooth, even if you're using any kind of config file. So hopefully in the future we may get I'm not sure 90 FPS, but hopefully if we get, that could be really best advantage in the Poco X3 Pro. The one more final thing is that I thought of mentioning about the weight of the phone. So weight of the phone is also slightly heavy. For long time gaming may not be comfortable, but for me, it doesn't matter much for me, to be frank. Definitely that's the one thing definitely I can say that. And even after playing this much of long time, you can see the temperatures, it did not even increase much. As you can see, friends, it was not dropping that much FPS at all at this moment. So it was able to maintain really good FPS consistently, 88 and 80 and FPS as well. So overall, and the temperatures from the time I'm playing only in the Poco X3 Pro, you can see the temperatures how it is. So usually it goes up to, I think, 40 degrees if you're trying to play at 90 FPS. If you're playing at the 60 FPS, this phone plays very smooth, the 60 FPS. You can see the way it handles the 90 FPS, and you can imagine how it will be handling the 60 FPS. That's the main reason why I thought of demonstrating you live, showing you this 90 FPS gameplay in the Poco X3 Pro, so you will get a clear idea what is happening in this device. So don't forget to follow the playlist which I created for the BGMI as well. There's a playlist which I created only for separate BGMI. So in this BGMI gameplay, you can get all the videos, list of videos, which one is the best option to buy as well. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video, friends. Until then, stay tuned. Meanwhile, signing off. Bye.